yourself, improve your game, but also like making sure the tight end room is better prepared?
I'd say Charlie's always looking after us, and he's always preaching to us to bring the best every single day. So having him at the up front and then teaching us like how to go about things in practice and whatnot, that's helped me a ton. So.
How would you describe your progress to this point, from freshman to this year?
I'd say redshirt year was a big learning year. Just having Jackson and Isaac and Luke, best friend Luke, and Charlie right next to me, they taught me so much, and that was a big learning year for me, learning the playbook and whatnot. And I feel like I came in like not as much ready, not as much strong enough, but I took that year as just a big step, a learning step to get bigger, faster, stronger. So coming into this year was more of just I know the playbook, so I can just go and not think about that.
Looks like you're wearing a big brace. Is that just a precautionary, protective sleeve kind of deal?
Yeah, I just dinged up my elbow a little bit on a little counter play. So.
You and Luke were pretty close?
Yeah, he was my roommate. So.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Did you try to talk him out of all that, or I guess you probably have more intimate knowledge about everything going on?
At the end of the day, he had to do what was best for him, and he had a situation going on. But he's my best buddy, and I wished him all the best.
You still keep in touch?
Yeah, we talk. Yeah. We talk all the time. He was up here for the July 4th, so I was hanging out with him for Jackson Harris's wedding. So yeah.
What would you say about Eli Wolf? How's he fitting in with the tight ends?
He's a baller. He's fast. He's strong. He's quick. When I'm next to him, when I'm next to him, I feel safe because he's going to capture my edge. So.
Were you surprised that Luke didn't get his eligibility for this year, knowing the situation like he did?
It's not my decision at the end of the day, so I'm not too sure about that.
What's it like with so many new faces in the tight end room, knowing that you're going to be counted on?
It's exciting. Just being next to two veterans, Eli and Charlie, and then just growing with Ryland and Brett and all the other tight ends. It's a fun group, and it's competition every single day. Throughout Indy, where Coach Harley's pushing us every single day. Run to the ball, finish. So it's fun.
What point was it? Everyone can read that chart. At what point was it that you kind of looked around, Isaac left, Luke left, and said, "This is going to be a big year for me"?
I wouldn't say I looked at it like that. I don't know. I had learned so much from them, so I knew that once I captured the playbook and once I put on some weight and once I got strong enough, I knew my time was going to come whenever it was, and I was going to help contribute in any way possible, whether that be special teams, tight end, rooting for everyone on the sideline. It wouldn't matter.
You were getting a lot of reps during bowl practice too, right? Was that when things kind of
ramped
up a bit?
I feel like I started to lock in on stuff towards the end of the last year's season, and then it all started to click with me. So after that, I started just pushing myself more and more in the weight room, holding myself more accountable.
Georgia has a history of having great tight end rooms. Is there anything specific about this room that you're in now that makes you think that you guys can be remembered the same way?
I think so. I think it starts with Coach Hartley at the top. He brings this line every day, feed the fire, and that's basically like everyone needs to buy in. And if tight ends start the fire, it's contagious and it's going to catch on. And we're going to create a culture around the facility that we're ready to bring every single day. And that's what we're doing right now. And we're holding each other accountable, and we're pushing and striving to be the best every single day.
So at this point, you still haven't taken a college snap, or did you get in some games? I'm sorry.
I got in some games last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
How eager are you to just to have a viable role, where you're going to be counted on to do this, that, or the other thing every week?
I'm excited to cut it loose. Not any more thinking, not anymore. I felt like I was in my stance last year shaking, but I'm ready to go now and just go hit someone and go play.
You mentioned Hartley pushing y'all. I think I saw him getting on you about not getting to the cone today or something in those indies maybe. Is that him every day? Is he just riding you all the time?
He brings the juice every single day. He's a blessing to have him as my coach. I love him, and he's only making me better, so I'm happy to have him.
You're obviously a really tall guy, big guy. You always have been. Usually been the biggest guy, on the field most of the time when you were playing in high school and stuff. You got Isaiah Wilson next to you here. different guys like that. What has that adjustment been like? Is that where the biggest adjustment is for an elite-sized guy like you, making an adjustment like everybody else is just as big as you too, so technique and things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say I walked in here and I noticed that like I wasn't shooting up over everyone anymore, so I was the same height, but then I was skinny. So it took a year to put on some weight, put on some strength, and now I feel like I'm holding my own and pushing others around instead of getting pushed around like last year.
How much weight? What do you weigh now? And what did you weigh then when you showed up?
When I came in, probably 230. I've been up to 255, 260, and I've been told to lose a little bit. So I came back down. I'm probably at like 240 right now.
What was Jackson Harris's wedding like? Was it a tight end reunion? I assume Jeb was there too.
Jeb was there. I love Jeb. Miles was there. Charlie, Peyton Mercer, Mitchell Wentz. You name it, every tight end was there.
How many people from this year none of the new guys, I assume, were there, just guys
none of the new guys,
were
no.
with Jackson at some point. Was there any kind of moment, kind of looking around, like, yeah, that's the past, and I'm kind of the future of the position?
Yeah, I mean, it's just so fun catching up with everyone. Jeb, I mean, I never played with him, but I did never play with him. But he's always been a good buddy of mine through recruiting, and we've become really close. So it was so good to see him and everyone.
I asked a couple of the guys yesterday about Uga. He was voted the #1 mascot, I think, in the country. Do you agree with that assessment, and what's your thoughts on the dog?
I always agree with that assessment. Uga's the best. There's no doubt about that.
Do you have like a picture or anything with him, or you got a chance to pet the dog?
I took one last year upstairs somewhere. I put my arm around him, and he jumped a little bit. So.
There you go.